the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1 spot. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here's Giannis.
Who's watching here?
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And quite honestly, guys, Antetokounmpo, get that name right, folks. He's one of the most unique, talented players in the league. I mean, long arms, which really create a lot of problems for the defenders, whether he's passing or shooting.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Giannis
Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. Matthews passes to Bledsoe. Back to Matthews. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Lopez. And that one hits back iron.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Leonard. That shot is off. Good D by Bledsoe. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I briefly spoke with Mike Budenholzer. He's racking his brain, trying to devise ways to take Paul George out of his comfort zone. Coach said he's just so steady, so confident. No matter what defense you run at him, he calmly dissects it. It's a problem that George poses for every team in the league. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Bledsoe. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
Come to me.
Now here's Lopez. Here's Middleton. Good work defensively by Morris.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Matthews against Leonard. Clock at 6. Shoots over Matthews. Again, Leonard missing.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
From deep. Morris with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Beverley with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering, and the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. Here's Leonard. To the wing on the left. Beverley deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. They could use a bucket. Out to Morris. The 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Bledsoe finds Giannis. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard against Middleton. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Outside, George. Offensive rebound. Tries again. And the rejection by Giannis. To the right side. Here's Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
I think it's almost impossible to guard Bledsoe when he's breaking moves out like that. His ball handling, terrific.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Leonard, no luck.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Now here's Bledsoe. Giannis right side. The shot off that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. To the middle. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And here's Giannis. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter of the game. Basket counts.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Incredible. They say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Milwaukee in the lead. Hill passes to Connaughton. Here is Ilyasova. Off target from three-point range.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
DiVincenzo with it. Williams picks him up. To the inside. And Hill slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
There's 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shamet with it. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Green. Good.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Bucks trail by 3. Hill looking it over. Right wing. Now Ilyasova with one on the clock, and the layup is good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. Also, Dante DiVincenzo's out there. Kyle Korver's out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Ilyasova in at the 4-man position. Now here's Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Williams can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
DiVincenzo kicks to Ilyasova. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
Both shots good from the stripe. The Clippers trail. Williams looking around. Kicks to Jackson.
I got the help side.
Arrow high post. Here's Williams. Shot clock at 5. Hill pulls it in. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Now, here is Hill. Banked in off the glass. Hill's got the lead up to 3 now for Milwaukee.
Outstanding body control by Hill. I mean, taking the contact like a much bigger guy would and finishing these buckets.
And the Clippers call time here.
In last season, just some phenomenal shooting numbers for George Hill. Clark, you know him well from your days in Indiana.
Certainly do, and have great admiration and respect for George. He's a business-like pro. He's the epitome of what it is to be a pro. Consistent work ethic, understands himself, always looking to improve, knows his role, and has always had a calming and stabilizing influence for every team that he's played in.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Milwaukee. Pulls from the top of the key. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for it. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly with the ball. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He has 6.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Morris kicks to Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Now, here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. George, up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
Clippers trail by 4. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Just befuddling body control from George. I mean, taking the hit like a man and still getting all the way to the basket.
Now here's Middleton. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Lou Williams is checked in for George, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Milwaukee also making some changes. Robin Lopez is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here is Hill. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Man, it's nice to see Hill get busy down inside. And really quite remarkable how he finds ways to score in the thick of things.
That one goes in.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
DiVincenzo against Williams. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Fast break, Milwaukee. And the layup falls. And it's a 6-point Bucks lead. Now here's Leonard. Puts up a 3. No good that time. And so it's Milwaukee with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. George double-teamed. 4 on the clock. Here's Leonard. Lopez grabs the board.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Now, here is George, following the miss by Giannis. Here's Beverly, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
And, you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league, an absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
And he's good on the second. And here's Middleton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you.
One shot.
That free throw good from Lopez.
Nice looking set shot for Lopez. He can stretch the floor just about to the three-point line.
Beverly against Bledsoe. Now here's Beverly, guarded closer. Good D by Bledsoe.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Beverly, following the miss by Wesley Matthews. Morris into the lane. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the triple. George has got 7 points in the game.
He can certainly stroke it from deep. The three-pointer is not a shot that George is going to pass up.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Matthews. Bledsoe looking around. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Giannis has got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Bucks.
To me, this is the next step for Giannis, wanting to improve that jump shot, especially off the catch.
And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Well, I tell you what, George has tremendous bounce ability. It's always fun to see him launch and throw it down.
Bounce pass, Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
For Milwaukee, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Matthews. Good on the second free throw. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Everly with the ball. Pass to Harold, and Harold slaps it in.
Love the He quickly gets him the ball.
Giannis outside. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And they're